Yo, what's up, social boy Domuto? We're back with another video. Today we're watching What If Vegeta Was Betrayed by Bulma and the Z Fighters full story. This is the finale, little 30-minute joint. Right after this story, we're gonna be reacting to what if Gohan went beast early by SmugStick, recommended by SmugStick. So he commented like 2 weeks ago on one of my videos, said, he recommended this one. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Vegeta returned to train with Moro for a few months before being contacted by Moro, saying that the Super Dragon Balls were active once more and that it was time to look for them once more. Slowly, they collected them, thanks to the Dragon Radar which Vegeta still had, but there was one problem. 7-3 could only use his copied powers for an hour and a half, but Vegeta had a plan. He asked Vados to take him to a specific planet, the planet of the hedgehog-like people. Once there, they threatened to slaughter the planet, unless one of them decided to join their cause. They were confused. This was a fairly easy trade-off, all things considered, and thus one of their warriors was chosen to go with Vegeta, Moro, and the rest. Vados asked what that was about, and Vegeta just said that they needed a form of transportation easier than asking Vados around. Vados dismissed it, though she was a little suspicious. Vegeta returned to Moro, leaving Vados behind. Now 7-3 could absorb the power of the hedgehog-like being anytime he wanted, and thus, slowly, they began collecting the Super Dragon Balls. Vados questions Vegeta on what exactly he's planning, and Vegeta simply says that it's none of our business really, but soon enough he'll be the most powerful being in the universe. Vados is worried and curious. Above all, she thinks whatever's gonna happen could be quite fun. Cheekily, Vados says that, he won't be able to make a wish if he doesn't know the language of the gods. Vegeta cursed under his breath. He knew it. There had to be a catch. These aren't too dissimilar from the Namekian Dragon Balls, are there? You need to speak its language. Vados simply says, bingo. Champa overhears this and says that whatever Vegeta's planning is clearly nothing good, and he doesn't trust that Moro guy. But Vegeta says that their plan to become the strongest in the universe will only be beneficial to Champa. After all, his first order of business is to take care of Kakarot, putting Universe 6 above Universe 7 immediately. Wouldn't he want that? Champa thinks about it but still says no, until Vegeta offers to cook him the best meal in his life. He does just that, impressing Champa and allowing Vegeta to ask one wish. The wish being, I wish to be the strongest mortal in the universes, in the language of the gods. Champa takes some time to remember, his god language being a bit rusty, but he does tell Vegeta. Vados asks if he's sure about this. Couldn't it be dangerous to give Vegeta such information, especially with Moro around?
That is crazy.
But Champa dismisses it between bites, saying that if anything bad happens, he'll just make Vegeta take care of it, and pay for any damages. So what if a few planets get blown up here and there? He'll just be doing his job for him. Vegeta, with that information, finally returns to Moro, just wanting to get this over with. And as soon as he arrives, Moro asks if he figured it out. Champa tells him and his men exactly how to do it, and Moro laughs, and patting Vegeta's back. He knew he could count on him. Following the awful battles against Vegeta Black and Zamasu, the real Vegeta returns to Universe 6, along with Vados. He feels lost, alone. His own son decided to stay with his mother instead. It was clear to him he had been going through a path that he could no longer escape from. He exits Champa's planet for a bit, looking for Moro. He was the only person he really seemed to be able to rely on for a while.
I ain't gonna lie, Vegeta.
He always pushed him
you little
forward
bitch following Moro.
even when he failed him by not winning the tournament and obtaining the Super Dragon Balls. He appears before Moro, the last person he confides in, and Moro tells him that he's impressed by his power. He's clearly gotten extremely strong. Vegeta, who's accompanied by 7-3, thanks Moro for the compliment and asks how the hunt for the Super Dragon Balls is going. Moro shakes his head. He's tired of waiting, tired of failures. It's time to make their next move. Vegeta agrees and asks Moro, who effectively had been his master, what their next step is. Moro had finished collecting the Super Dragon Balls after Vegeta returned to train with Champa some more. Vegeta was surprised. He didn't expect them to collect them so quickly, but was excited to continue with the plan. And for the first time in a while, he actually smiled. This was their chance.
We're about to betray this nigga, I already know.
The universe together, starting with Universe 6 and moving on to Universe 7 and the others. Vegeta excitedly started to walk towards Moro and asked what he was waiting for. It's time for them to make the wish, to rule together. But Moro stopped him dead in his tracks and shook his finger on his face. No, that's not what's going on here. The disappointment at the Universe 6 tournament, and whatever the hell
Oh.
was going on with Vegeta Black, the possibility of him killing
Damn.
everyone.
Dumbass
was something
nigga. Come on,
that he
Vegeta,
could
you
not
should have known
tolerate.
this.
He turned back as Yuzun summoned the dragon, speaking the language of the gods, which Champa had informed him on. Following the Universe 6 tournament, Moro wished to be the strongest mortal. He felt his power surge, stronger than Goku, Vegeta, and those he doesn't even know about just yet. He was tired of waiting for Vegeta now, but he would still gladly take his power. Moro's mane grew, as he was informed that his lifespan would be cut, but Moro had a plan for that already. He would simply wish for eternal youth. As the Super Dragon Ball spread through the universes once more,
Yeah, that's how that
Vegeta
works.
couldn't believe it. He tried to stop him and yell at him, but it was worthless. They were supposed to work together. Why had he betrayed him too? Yuzun laughed, telling him that he didn't really believe that Moro was on his side this whole time, right? None of them are loyal to him. Vegeta looked at 7-3, then back at Moro. Moro made Yuzun shut up by blasting him in his stomach. He didn't need any more allies anyways, and now he would take Vegeta's power. Vegeta's eyes widened as Moro starts absorbing his energy, draining all of his power. Vegeta tries to fight back, but he's getting weaker and weaker by the second. He goes from Super Saiyan Blue evolution to regular blue, then God, then just to a simple Super Saiyan, until his power is nearly completely drained. But 7-3 looks at both Moro and Vegeta. Vegeta had been a great captain for so long, but he was also loyal to Moro. He didn't know what to do, but he could see
Come on,
the
7-3.
hurt in Vegeta's eyes. Without even thinking about it, 7-3 steps in the way, opening a portal before Vegeta and shoving him in. The last thing Vegeta sees is Moro angrily
what, that's
screaming
Vampa?
at 7-3 as he grabbed him by the head and
Oh, yeah, he
absorbed
cooked.
him. 7-3 disappeared, but not before telling Vegeta to get away as the portal closed. Vegeta felt cold, even more alone than before. Where was he? This place was empty. He didn't know if this was Universe 6 or 7, but as he looked around, he could only see strange, spider-like creatures. Maybe this is what he needed. Maybe this is where he was meant to be, alone, away from everyone. How could he have trusted Moro? Even the Grand Supreme Kai warned him against it. Pibara, all the Yardrats,
Yeah,
Goku,
dumbass
all of
Vegeta,
them,
and all these
they
niggas was
told
on
him to get away from
was
him.
telling you,
Above
bruh.
all, Future Trunks, he had believed in him, and Vegeta had failed him. All those years he spent going after Vegeta and trying to return him, and those words he said to Moro before he left, promising Moro to get him away from Vegeta. How could he have been so blind? It's because he was power hungry. He knows that now, but it's too late. This is his destiny.
It's too late.
7-3's
I'm
last
sorry.
words ring in his ears. To take care of Kid Trunks. He knew that Kid Trunks had actually
Hey, SmugStick, you watching this, bro? You a good ass narrator. I ain't gonna lie. You watching this? Good ass narrator. Like, I'm really into the story, off your narrations and shit, and I like the visual as
He
well.
really liked 7-3. Not that it mattered now. Whatever Moro was doing, it surely would mean the end of Universe 6, and then the spread of him to other universes. And he was right. As Moro begins to destroy Universe 6, after absorbing 7-3,
Chopper
he
really let
creates
this happen,
portals
though.
to Namek, finding two Namekians there. They had fused themselves with the rest of the population,
Oh, yeah, he
but
cooked.
stood no chance against Moro, who absorbed their power. But he soon realized that there was no Dragon Balls there. It was clear to him then that Universe 7 would have to be his next plan of action, but he had one more place to visit before then. He opens one more portal, this time to planet Sadala, right in front of Caulifla, Kale,
Oh,
and
shit.
Kaba, who had been training together. Kaba welcomes him, asking where Vegeta is, but Caulifla can sense it. The immense power. It feels like Vegeta, but it's not him. She pushes Kaba out of the way, but it's Kale the one to step forward. She can sense it too. All of them transform into Super Saiyans, with Kale showing off the fact that she can actually control it now. They all rush forward and fight Moro to the best of their abilities, but not only is their power being absorbed, but the power of the planet itself. Moro grabs Kaba and Caulifla by the face, saying,
You know, Vegeta really did always like you two. If I had allowed him to spend more time here, surely he would have realized what my plan was. But it's too late. He failed you, and you failed him.
As he said this,
Oh.
Caulifla's arms dropped, done for. Kale was
Dumbass
the only one left
Vegeta.
standing, and she exploded all of her ki to try and stop him, dying in the process. But as the smoke
Oh.
cleared, Moro just had one arm up, having absorbed all of that power. he laughs maniacally, opening a portal into Universe 7, Namek. As he leaves, he drops a single key ball on planet Sadala, exploding as the portal closed.
Damn.
Vegeta is unaware of everything going on, but deep in his heart, he knows something is wrong. In the meantime, on Earth, Miras appears, along with the rest of the Galactic Patrol, taking Boo, Trunks, and Goku. Miras explains to everyone that Moro had been causing havoc across Universe 6, and is apparently now in Universe 7. Miras had hoped that with Vegeta around, Moro could be controlled, but that was clearly not the case. Now they needed the power of the Grand Supreme Kai once more. Goku and Trunks look at each other, asking Miras what happened to Vegeta. Miras says that according to their intel, Vegeta is no longer with him. It's more than likely that he has perished. From here on, some things happen as in the original canon, as Moro searches for the Namekian Dragon Balls, forcing one of the children there to wish for him to be granted eternal youth before killing him and the rest of the Namekian population. Miras leads Boo, Trunks, and Goku into Namek, telling them that he cannot fight, but he trusts them. Boo switches places with the Grand Supreme Kai, while Trunks and Goku do their best to fight, but it's clear that they don't stand a chance. This Moro is even more powerful than the one we met in his arc. He had absorbed so much power from Vegeta, 7-3, the Saiyans, and even more. No one stood a chance. It was clear to Miras that he needed to get them out of there, rescuing them, but it's too late for planet Namek. Once they return to the Galactic Patrol HQ, Miras tells them all that he doesn't know what to do, offering to train with Goku, but beyond that, he actually has no idea how they can defeat him. But Trunks has a plan. He still believes in his father, even to the behest of Goku and Miras. They're both convinced that he's dead, and if he's not dead,
You know what I'm
he's definitely
saying?
in cahoots with Moro. But Trunks pleads with Goku to search for his power somewhere out there. Miras too. They concentrate, and Goku finally sees it. It's there. Very faint, but it's there. Goku and Trunks nod at each other. In the meantime, at the planet Vegeta sits, a man approaches him. Vegeta's on guard instantly.
Broly.
With how weak he is, he can't stand a chance against him. He's surprised to see how powerful he is, but this man tells him to calm down. He's not going to hurt him. He hasn't seen anyone in so many years, and he asks how he got there. Vegeta says that he was cast away by the only person he trusted. The other person said that, according to his father, he had been cast away by someone they trusted as well, but he didn't know much about it. This man introduces himself as Broly, and Vegeta cocks an eyebrow. Broly? He must be a Saiyan. Broly nods. The two start to talk about the Saiyans, about how they both ended up there, and how lonely their life is. Broly had only ever spent time here with Ba and his father, Paragus, though he was always sad because Ba was no longer around. Vegeta understood. He thought it was silly and kind of stupid. This man was very simple, but surprisingly enough, he could relate to him. He says that it's just hopeless for them both now. But Broly shakes his head. No, of course not. Even if you don't count his father, they have each other now. Even if they're stuck
Aww.
here. Vegeta cocks an eyebrow. That smile. Broly actually had a smile similar to that of Goku. It reminded him of good old times. Vegeta finally asks Broly for a good spar, and Broly says that although he isn't the biggest fan of fighting, he does enjoy a good match. The two fight, and it's a great battle. Even if Vegeta's weak, he has incredible martial arts techniques that allow him to keep up with Broly. But the battle starts to shake the planet. This is the first time Vegeta had felt joy like this in a long time. But the battle starts to shake the planet. Paragus runs in, asking what's going on. That's when he sees Vegeta.
Man,
and
put some
yells
pants
at
on,
Broly.
Paragus.
He's the reason they're stuck here. Vegeta says he doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, but Broly feels betrayed, looking at Vegeta and continuing the fight, this time not holding back. But Vegeta is still able to keep up, but thanks to the rest he had while talking to Broly, he's able to at least utilize Super Saiyan 2 and still keep up with Broly. Vegeta asks what the meaning of this is, and Paragus explains. Broly and himself had been cast away by King Vegeta long ago because he feared the power that Broly had.
I mean, that's Vegeta's
Vegeta
fault. That's not
realizes
Vegeta's
that
fault.
since
You know what I'm saying?
his family had been betraying his own alliances since the start. His family lineage had been paved with blood. He had been given a chance to remedy this with Bulma, Trunks, and the others, but he refused and failed them. He stops the fight, de-transforming out of Super Saiyan. He apologizes to them both, and he promises to get them out of there, but that he no longer wants to fight. Paragus, seeing this as the only way they could possibly escape, accepts it, but he doesn't like it. He sees in Vegeta's eyes that he means the apology. That's when the sound of someone teleporting in is heard.
Father!
As Goku and Trunks appear. Paragus and Broly ask who they are, and Goku says, "We're Vegeta's friends, and we're coming for him." They all introduce each other, and Goku is very happy to see Broly. He's clearly really strong, and he wants to fight fight him one day, but there's more important things going on right now. As Paragus, Broly, and Goku talk, Trunks and Vegeta step away to discuss things. Vegeta says that he doesn't want to go with them. He wants to be alone. Whatever's going on, he doesn't want to be involved. But future Trunks says that the universe needs him. Goku and himself alone aren't enough to
nigga,
fight
your
off
fucking
Moro.
fault, Vegeta.
Vegeta picks up. So it is Moro, isn't it? He knew it. He failed the universe, that they were all doomed. Trunks could see the hope in Vegeta's eyes was no longer there, completely vanished, just as Kid Trunks had said. But Trunks reveals that future Bulma had told him something, that even after everything went down, future Bulma said that the man he met in the past was not the one she knew. The one she knew was a proud, mean man, but not a bad one. He was good and truly cared for her and for Trunks as he gave his life away to save them. Vegeta couldn't look at Trunks in the eyes. He had heard something like this before during the battles against Vegeta Black, and it pushed him forward, but he could no longer believe it. Trunks tries to bring Vegeta back to light, not by force like he did before, but with the love he has for him. I know there is good in you, father. That Moro guy hasn't drained it from you completely. That's why you never killed me. That's why you kept my younger self around. And that's why you made sure Earth remained safe.
That Gallic gun you fired was impressive. Your skills have evolved far past what I taught you. You're as powerful as I'd hoped you'd be.
Father, come with me to our family.
You know, Kakarot once thought as you do. Tried to bring me back. Believed in me when no one else did. But this is who I am. Who we, the Saiyans, are.
I don't believe that, and I know you don't either. Listen to yourself. I feel the conflict within you. Let go of your hate and come back to us.
It is too late for me, son. Universe 6 is ruined. Moro has won.
Hey, W voice acting.
The person my mother knew is truly dead. I will go save them with Goku. You do as you wish. Trunks steps away. Going back to Goku, Trunks shakes his head at him, and Goku looks at the ground in disappointment. But there's nothing else they can do. They're not gonna argue with him any longer. Maybe Broly. Broly shakes his head as well. He wants to stay with Vegeta. Trunks and Goku teleport away. Back to planet Earth, where the Z Fighters are already in confrontation against Moro. Trunks, Goku, Gohan, and the others fight with the best they can. But it seems like every time one of them got close enough to fight and attack, Moro would just simply steal their power. Moro is winning. He has youth and 7-3. Goku's the only one that stands even a little bit of a chance. He trained for a little bit with Miras in the Room of Spirit and Time, and it was thanks to this that Goku unlocked Ultra Instinct. But this is a little bit less refined than the one he uses in the Moro arc. Remember, this takes place earlier, so this is more akin to the one he uses in the Tournament of Power. It's more unstable, and Goku can't keep it up for too long. Even so, just like in the original, Miras gives up his life to help Goku. But this has the consequence of Moro absorbing Miras' power and obtaining his own form of Ultra Instinct. It seems that the world is doomed. We cut to Kid Trunks and Bulma together. She is worried about the battles going on, but Kid Trunks begins to speak.
You know, Mom, Father wasn't always like this. When we first began our travels, he was righteous, even saving people from his own men who wanted to hurt them. My future self even said so, but that Moro guy, it was his fault. He changed him, and I became afraid. Do you think my future self is right? Do you think he's still in there somewhere?
Bulma looked at him quietly. She had known for a while now, but this confirmed it. She had made a grave mistake long ago when she turned to
Yeah,
As
nigga.
Bulma sits there and thinks, Trunks realizes that even Goten is at the battles against Moro. Without a second thought, he looks at Bulma and tells her that he's going to fight alongside everyone else. They're gonna need as much help as possible. In his eyes, Bulma sees the determination she saw in his father before, though begrudgingly, she allowed Trunks to leave. As lava spews out from everywhere, people are dying through the globe as their energy is drained away. But even so, Goku, Trunks, and Gohan stand back to back, all together, even the younger ones, Kid Trunks and Kid Goten, fighting together, no longer enemies. They do whatever they can. Kid Trunks damned the world. He had trusted Moro, and now he could see that he had taken his friend. 7-3.
Damn, this story
He wanted
go
to do what he
crazy.
could, and he rushed in alongside the rest. Goten, Kid Trunks, and Future Trunks in front of everyone. Kid Trunks blasted on Moro, while Future Trunks sliced at him, but both of them were stopped by an aura expansion that dropped them to the ground, all their power being drained away. Goku, Gohan, Goten, Piccolo, and the others trying to get him to stop, but Future Trunks and Kid Goten screamed in pain as their power was drained. Goku flanks Moro. If Goku couldn't save Vegeta, at the very least, he would save his sons. slamming him down onto the ground, then rushed behind as he fell, but Moro quickly turned to grab Goku by the face, absorbing his power. It seemed like all hope was lost, as Moro blasted at Gohan and Trunks away, but from behind, Moro felt something, a kick straight into a mountain. Goku panted, looking up to see a smirking Vegeta offering him a hand up. The prince had returned.
Sure.
In reality, some hours after Trunks left, Broly and Vegeta continued to talk, and Broly asked why he didn't want to help the others. Vegeta could feel the energy of future Trunks, Goku and the others being drained away by Moro. It would just be a matter of time before they perish. Even Goku's power didn't seem to be enough this time. Broly approached Vegeta, asking him what his plan was, and Vegeta just stayed quiet. Broly continued to say that he doesn't have friends. The only friend he ever had was Ba, and it was his father that caused him to be driven away. If that Trunks guy was Vegeta's kid, then perhaps helping him this one time was worth it. Vegeta felt immense guilt within. He knew he should help, but how? What could he do? Broly said he was going to do whatever he wanted to. He just wanted to help his new friend. This gave Vegeta an idea.
Aww.
Friend. He knew someone who could possibly help them. He grabbed both Paragus and Broly, teleporting over to planet Yardrat. He knew he had thought of it before. He kneeled before Pibara, but Pibara told him to stand up. He didn't need to kneel before him. He was just an old friend. Vegeta was there to finish his training. Previously, sometime before the Buu saga, he had arrived there with Moro and the others, and learned instant transmission, but he never finished the training. He never learned Force Spirit Fission. Pibara nodded, and told him that he would gladly train him. It took a little bit of time, a couple of hours at least, but Vegeta learned it, and the other Yardrats helped
quick as
Broly
hell,
control
ain't
his
it?
power, and chastised Paragus for using that electrocuting device. It didn't matter now though. They were here, fighting together. It was time to end things, once and for all. As Moro tried to get up, Broly simply jumped on him, severely hurting him, throwing him around. Vegeta patted Kid Trunks on the head and smiled at him, telling him that he'd done enough, and that he's thankful for everything, but now it's his battle. Vegeta tells Kid Trunks to get away from here, and Goku tells Goten to follow suit. The kids want to keep fighting, but they know they're completely outmatched.
Yeah,
this
most
is far
definitely.
too dangerous already. They rush away, back to Capsule Corp. But as Broly threw him, Moro stopped himself mid-air. Moro thanked Vegeta for bringing him such ample power supply, but it won't be enough to stop him now. But he is willing to give him a chance, as he's feeling generous. If Vegeta joins him now, he promises he won't kill him. Vegeta looks back and forth between Moro and future Trunks, finally, decidedly saying a definitive no. This ends here and now. Moro was angered and rushed at Vegeta,
Angered? Nigga, you
attempting
betrayed
to
that
absorb his
nigga.
energy. But he quickly realized that it was of no use. He was simply not able to. What he didn't know was that Vegeta was stealing Moro's own power, basically canceling each other out. He had done it on Yardrat, learned Spirit Fission. Goku joined in the battle, as did Broly. This incredible team of 3 great Super Saiyans culminated in Moro being beaten down to the ground, but the monster blasted both Vegeta and Goku away, taking the chance to absorb Broly's ki. He was getting stronger and stronger by the second, and throws Broly to the side. Vegeta grabs Broly before he hits the ground. Goku and Vegeta nod at each other. They had to do this carefully, do it in sync. The two of
animation
them rushed
nasty.
together.
I
Goku
forgot about that
punched
game.
Moro across the face as Vegeta is sliced. They continued this for a while, with Moro not recognizing their pattern nor plan. Every time Moro avoided an attack, Vegeta took the chance to steal even more of Moro's ki. Moro finally began to slow down, but he was extremely dangerous. He expanded his aura to get them away again, rising up to the sky and firing one giant ball of ki. Vegeta stood tall, firing a final flash right back, but the energy ball was too strong and it began to push him down. Gohan was the first to jump forward and blast the Kamehameha by Vegeta's side. Then future Trunks, Goku, Broly,
What I'm
and
talking
the
about.
others.
That's what I'm
Gohan
talking
and
about.
Vegeta looked at each other and
That nigga
nodded
Brody
and
gave that nigga
smiled.
some mouth.
Future Trunks thanked his father for returning. They finally pushed the
Gave that
blast
nigga a
back,
mouth attack,
with
man.
Moro doing his best to defend himself, but ultimately being consumed by it, not being able to absorb all of it in time. The fighters knew it wasn't over, however. Goku turned to Vegeta, telling him that he's glad to have him back. Gohan too, saying that though he was harsh on him in the past, Trunks insisted on having faith on him. He trusted Trunks. Vegeta turned to his son, and for the first time, hugged him tightly. He told
Imagine
him
is his
Moro
future
that he's
Trunks.
going to need their help. There was a power he flashed into while fighting Vegeta Black, and has only recently been able to unlock it properly thanks to training with Pibara. It is hard to keep up, and he can't control it well. He will need them to defend him. Goku was very interested in this kind of power, and asked Vegeta if he had finally surpassed them again. Vegeta said that he has always been one step forward. Broly and the others rushed towards Moro, using everything in their arsenal to attack. Moro was beginning to struggle, but they still couldn't deal well with the power absorption. In the background, Vegeta pulled his arms back, charging his ki to the max, and concentrating on the anger.
Ultra Ego.
To protect his friends and family, and even his ego, his pride. He was struggling a little bit, but the sound of his friends falling made his heart beat faster. First future Trunks, then Gohan, Broly, and Goku. As he heard Goku fight to the very end, he was reminded of the first time he was on Earth. How he was the wall Kakarot had to climb over. Now Moro was his. He heard Kakarot yell his name, but it was future Trunks saying, "Father!" that finally made him snap into Ultra Ego, his purple aura shining bright. And
Sure, I can't.
Forward, he
Oh, that's
slammed his fist against
bruh. When is the anime coming back? I really want to see Ultra Ego animated, son. The Granola arc, I really don't give a fuck about the Granola arc, but I really do want to see the Moro arc. The Moro arc will be fucking fire animation in anime, but just to see the Ultra Ego, of course, I want to see the Granola arc, but.
Moro's chest, completely winding him. He then kicked him away and blasted him down. Moro retaliated, which Vegeta is hurt by, but he simply retorts by saying that the hotter his battle soul burns, the stronger he becomes. He continued to take power from Moro, but they seemed nearly equal in ability. Vegeta knew he had to do something crazy to end this fast. Vegeta fired a big bang attack at Moro to get him away for a second and rushed down to Trunks. Vegeta looks him in the eyes, and Trunks already knows what's on his mind. Vegeta then locks eyes with Kakarot, Broly, and Gohan. He says that he's thankful for them all being there, but it was time to end things once and for all. "Father, please, you can't do this. I just got you back. You can't leave us. I have to save you. I have to return you to my mother."
You already have, son. Your mother was right. You were right. Tell my little Trunks, you were right.
Vegeta had made up his mind. He was going to do this for himself. As he turned to face Moro, Vegeta told Trunks to make sure to revive the Namekians and Saiyans from Universe 6. They didn't do anything wrong. They were good people. Trunks tried to reach out, but Vegeta blasted away. Goku held on to Trunks, telling him to let his father go. He's defending Earth on his own terms, and if he knows a way to destroy Moro once and for all, then this may be their only chance. Vegeta had made up his mind. He was going to do this for himself, for Trunks, for Bulma.
Oh,
Yes,
not the final
even
explosion.
Kakarot. Moro and Vegeta rushed to each other, arms reaching out, but as they touched, Moro thought he was simply going to take Vegeta's power, but instead, the two of them appeared in a desolated planetoid, houses destroyed all around them. Vegeta smirked, asking Moro if he remembers what this place was. Moro looks around. It was the same planet they conquered and nearly destroyed together, a perfect place for their final showdown. Vegeta and Moro pushed forward, but the Saiyan grabbed him by the horns and threw him up to the sky, teleporting over him and punching him down to the ground with extreme force, a woof of wind traveling through the planet and cracking it in half. But all the energy that Moro has been absorbing and the instability of the angel power causes Moro to start fusing with the planet. Vegeta knows that he has to end things now, before he can spread anywhere else. But how could he do this if he just continues to absorb his energy? Well, if he's going to hell, he'll take him with him. Using the power of Ultra Ego, Vegeta attempts to use the Hakai energy he had been slowly learning and infusing it with his final atonement. Moro's planet hand tries to reach for Vegeta as the Saiyan pulls his arm back, his final explosion building around him. As Moro tries to reach for it and absorb it, the second his hand touches it, his hand begins to disintegrate. The whole planet was consumed by this energy. Moro tried to absorb his ki, but the heat was overwhelming as Vegeta pointed his hand to him and continued to gather more and more force from Moro. A giant ki Vegeta forming over him, pulling his hands back, looking up to the sky. No
A giant
out
ki.
there, Earth was safe. Vegeta screamed out as the planet was consumed by the Ki, a giant explosion shaking planets across. Vegeta's final atonement had saved the universe. But as Vegeta passed onto Otherworld, he saw a flashback to right before he returned to the battlefield to save everyone.
Vegeta?
I'm sorry about everything.
Aww.
I just wish I wouldn't have been afraid of the Saiyan you used to be. I shouldn't have called the Galactic.
You had every right to be afraid. I only proved you right. But I'm going to make it up to all of you.
Bulma apologized to Vegeta. She explained that after Gohan found out what she did, he forced Bulma to explain to everyone else. The most Z fighters thought Vegeta was a maniac. They also admitted that what he did for them during the Cell Games was invaluable, and told her that Vegeta was on the way to recovery, and she should have seen the good in him. Even while Kid Trunks was afraid of him, he told tales of his bravery and the slow descent into darkness because of Moro.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna bring him back. Our boy, I promise.
For the first time in a long time, Bulma saw Vegeta the way she did when she fell in love. For the first time, she trusted him. Vegeta passed away as Trunks promised himself to carry on the legacy while looking up to the sky, a blip of energy in his vision. The battles were over. Vegeta had returned to them. Trunks turned to Goku and Gohan, then smiled at Broly, telling them that this isn't over yet. They have to gather the Dragon Balls. They have to revive and return the planets destroyed by Moro. It was Vegeta's last wish. At the end of the day, he really did care for those out there. That's when a familiar voice speaks to them.
Why, where is that Vegeta? That Moro guy has caused trouble all across my universe. I swear when I find him, if he's here, I will destroy him myself.
Everyone turned around to look at
Little
Shaw
late,
by
nigga. What the
review.
fuck was
It
you
a
at?
little bit late. Beerus too appeared, asking what the hell was going on. Goku said that it didn't matter now. They'd gotten rid of Moro. Champa crossed his arms, telling Beerus that he'd better make everything right in his universe, otherwise he'd destroy the Earth. Don't worry, we're on it. And so, some time passed. The Z-Fighters gathered the Dragon Balls and returned to life the planets destroyed by Moro. The Tournament of Power was coming up. Trunks was already here. He could stay a bit longer to participate, but
This
they
nigga.
needed one more person. That's when everything clears for Vegeta, appearing before King Yema. Alongside Uranai Baba was Goku and Trunks. They both waved at him, telling him that it's time for his second chance. Vegeta's eyes widened. He couldn't believe it. So how about it, father? Are you down for a tournament? Vegeta cracked his knuckles.
Okay.
It's finally time to fight side by side forevermore. The end.
Okay. Nah, that was great. That was great. That was great. That was a good ass ending. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good finale. Shout out to SmugStick, man. He said he didn't really like this. He didn't like the story, but this is a good ass story. I don't know why, but I get it. Like I said, we're gonna be watching. Well, first before I say that, this is pretty good. I like the. It's like a Logan-esque. The Wolverine movie, the Logan movie. S-type Vegeta story. Like, nigga just get his revenge on everybody. Got revenge on Moro, Ultra Ego. That shit was fire. I like it. But yeah, next we're gonna be watching What If Gohan Got Beast Form Early. I'll be doing that earlier this week or sometime this week. And so shout out to SmugStick for this video. You can like my reaction, so you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.